Dilip Bilcon is a stock which is still going, lower in terms of price trend. The stock has not been able to, break past above its resistances, and has been one of the few ones to try and succumb towards its, breakdowns. So it's a good, question that yes, you can switch. I would suggest you can switch. But now, out of the two stocks which you have highlighted, CG Power has already moved up significantly high. Now, on a YTD basis, you look at the last year, the stock has done phenomenally well in the last, 12 months. And to try and expect the stock would replicate a very similar kind of performance for the next 12 months could be a bit stretched, far stretched to ask for. So I would suggest as a better alternative, since you've asked for the other stock, I think GNFC is a far more stronger stock, looks attractive in terms of chart patterns, and I believe that the stock holds good prospects from a 6 to 12 month basis at least. So I would suggest that you can switch from Dilip Bilcon towards GNFC. That's a more stronger chart.
Next one is actually coming in for you, and Natarajan wants a long-term 2-3 year time horizon he has, and he wants to know the fundamental view of Cummins and the entry level. What are you seeing into the stock?
Is it for me?
Ashish, this one is for you. Cummins, a long-term view on Cummins.
Yeah, long-term view on whatever the power-related stocks are there. So this is a company which make power compressor and a lot of power-related equipment. So long-term prospects of Cummins or Thermex or Siemens or ABB all are quite robust. And again, Cummins is a good performer. Stock has given very good return in last 1 year, and I'm quite bullish on or whatever the power ancillary sector is concerned. So Cummins is a thumbs up from my side, and if you're having 2 to 3 year horizon, minimum you may expect 50 to 60% kind of appreciation. My 2-year target for the stock is 1,500 rupees.
All right, this query is coming in from Miss PD and saying the season's greeting to ET now, as well as to you. Happy New Year as well. Sorry, we missed out your query on Vodafone Idea. Wants to understand what would be the future price of Vodafone Idea in 2022. She has a large quantity of holding in this particular company. So wants to know whether she should go ahead and buy more or go ahead and sell as of now. A buy price is 6.9 rupees per share. What's your take on this one, Kunal? Vodafone Idea, how are the prospects looking for this particular counter, and what a move coming in on Vodafone Idea in the month of December, spectacular one for that particular counter. No doubt the PD is actually sitting on profit with this particular counter. 6.9 rupees is the buy price coming in for Vodafone Idea. So what should she do? Buy more or go ahead and sell, or also wants to know what could be the future price for this particular counter in this year?
Well, I would suggest to definitely hold on to Vodafone Idea. There are no two doubts about it that the stock is now getting back into a recovery mode. And this may not just be a very short-lived recovery, but the way in which the stock has moved up higher, gone into a strong, subtle uptrend for itself, I think it's indicative that there is a very strong structural change to the prices for Vodafone Idea, which could probably have an impact for at least another 2 to 3 years, if not more. Now the stock has already done more than tripling. I think from the previous lows of 5 to 5.5 was the previous, I think, major low for Vodafone Idea. The best part is that you've bought at quite a lucrative price, 6.7 rupees for Vodafone Idea. I would just suggest that you hold on, wait out, ride this trend, ensure that you don't get stopped out in the course if the stock gets a bit more volatile. But if you can ride out the entire trend, which could probably last for at least another couple of years, my belief is that Vodafone Idea could probably scale back towards retracing majority of the losses what has incurred over the last decade or so. So I would suggest a hold on Vodafone Idea. Difficult to ascertain a target, but then my sense is that the trend should last for at least another 2 years, if not more, for the stock.
Okay, that is on Vodafone Idea. But Kunal, I'm going to be coming to you again. Ujjwal Kumar is asking for technical view on HDFC Limited, and he's holding shares currently at a price of around 2,620 rupees. So what is your technical view on that?
hold on. HDFC Limited is still below its 200-day moving average. Now, I was discussing this in the morning as well on the show that if stocks break past yet again above their 200 DMAs, it results into strong positional uptrend for these names. I would suggest that if you can hold on to HDFC Limited for, say, at least another couple of weeks, possibility is that the stock may come towards 2750, 2800 as well once it confirms a breakout of its 200 DMA.
This was for you, Ashish, and this was a fairly recently listed counters on Nuvoco. Karthik from Chennai has written to us saying that he's holding one lot of Nuvoco from the IPO, wants to know what's the future prospect of this particular counter, and also wants to know whether he should continue to hold or book losses.
So this is a big underperformer if you see IPO, like whatever the IPO listings were concerned, and post-listing also we haven't seen any appetite coming in Nuvoco Vista stock. So my suggestion will be to exit from this stock because I don't see any triggers or any major upside coming soon here.
Okay, Kunal, next one is for you as well again. Shelja is asking on APL tubes at current price, short-term view, should she be looking at it, buying it?
So I think APL tubes, if I'm not wrong, is something which is at 800 rupees, 805, 807 for itself, if I'm not wrong. I think the stock has done quite okay in the last 1 week, but then when the longer term charts are not something which is very, very attractive, I would suggest that switch off from this name and come back to its large cap quality name. I think a stock like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank at current juncture, they look very, very attractive to me from a risk reward place. So I would suggest a switch from APL Apollo Tubes towards something like HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank at current juncture.
Alright, this query is coming in from Divya and wants to know whether the two counters that she's mentioning are worth investing in. One is Century Plyboards and one is Chola, and she wants to know whether she can invest in these companies over the longer term. What's your take, Ashish? Do you think it's worth investing in Century Ply and Chola?
Yes, Century Ply is a good buy because the way again, real estate sector and allied activities are again picking up. So this stock will continue to do well. So my suggestion will be to look at Century Ply. And as you want view on Chola, instead of this, I'll give another C stock starting from C, which is Century Textile. In my view, instead of this, look at Century Textile because they are again into real estate sector and textile as well as into pulp and paper and almost running at 100% capacity all these plants. So Century Textile will give you better return if you're looking for any stock starting from C.
Okay, Kunal, we have the next one coming in for you. It's from Ajay. He's asking that he's bought in Bosch at 17,400, and for a 3-month view, what can he expect? What should he be doing there?
See, I'm extremely bullish on Bosch now. The charts, what I can sense over the monthly as well as on the quarterly charts is heading for a big breakout, and this could probably be a breakout which potentially, and I'm talking of it from a more of a longer term view, like a year to 18 months kind of a view at least, potentially could probably scale past even about the previous major highs for Bosch, which is at 25,000 plus level. So the setup is quite strong. Volumes have been very consistent for Bosch over the last 12-15 months for the price rally. Multiple attempts towards breakout of resistances, which eventually yields into a breakout for stock prices. So I think on the back of all of this, I would suggest that if you can probably extend your time horizon from being very, very specific towards a few weeks to maybe a couple of months to at least another 1 year to 18 months, and I believe that the full potential for the stock could get open up, and if that happens for Bosch, then I believe the stock can even head towards 25,000 plus over the next 12 to 18 months plus for Bosch.
Ashish, I want to come to you. We have Shrikant who is asking that he wishes to actually invest in Nifty 50 ETF in SIP manner. Is it okay if he starts with 10,000 rupees per month?
Yes, there's no harm in applying into ETF for Nifty, and if you're doing a SIP again, this is a good bet because I'm quite bullish as far as Nifty stocks are concerned for next 2 years. I think this will be a good time to look at more large cap because in a small cap, mid cap, some volatility is going to be seen in this year because so many factors are there, like crude prices going up, interest rate, etc., going up. But Nifty companies will continue to do well. So it will be a prudent strategy to invest in SIP or Nifty.
Okay, Kunal, R. Shravanan is asking for your view on, is it a good time to actually buy Goldridge Properties since it's fallen almost 30% from the highs is what he's saying. So would you be looking at Goldridge Properties at these levels?
Well, absolutely. And I think what's very important is when you're looking at such stocks, always have a clear view on what your expectation is from the sector. Now, my expectation is that the real estate sectors have given a big breakout on the long-term charts, and when you look at the plethora of stocks within the real estate pack, the quality ones include the likes of Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty, etc. So you have to be, or rather, these stocks have to be part of your constructive portfolio. If you're bullish on the sector, then I believe Godrej Properties at current levels, and if the stock provides any kind of a correction over the next say 3 to 6 months and maybe comes back towards 1700 or sub 1700 levels, that could be another level where you can look to average out further.
Okay, this next query is coming in from Srinivasan, and he's a long-term investor. He's looking to invest in GIC, and he's looking to buy at current levels for the longer term. He's saying he can hold for the next 4 to 7 years. What's your take, Ashish? Makes sense to invest in GIC at current levels for the next 4 to 7 years?
Yes, as far as insurance stocks are concerned, they have given very good return in last few years. But are you looking for GIC Housing Finance or GIC?
I believe it is GIC RE, not GIC Housing Finance, since he's not mentioned that. So I believe it is the insurance one.
Right. Yes. So GIC anyway, like once this LIC IPO will hit the market, again the valuation of these insurance companies, you are going to see a good rise in shorter term. But in longer run, these insurance companies, particularly in non-life segment, will continue to do well. So GIC you can surely invest for long-term horizon.
Ashish, I have one more long-term query coming in actually for you from Sarvajit. He's asking, he's bought an Astrazeneca, 30 shares of 3,800. What's your long-term view?
Yeah, continue to remain invested. Again, blue chip pharma company, and the way again the COVID and all those issues are again cropping up, we are going to see good rally coming back into pharma play. So Astrazeneca will be a good bet. Buy at 3,000 rupees level and continue to remain invested.
All right. This next query that we have is actually coming in from Ashish, and he wants to know, is it good to enter KPIT tech at current levels? What's your take? Kunal, do you think it makes sense for Ashish to go ahead and enter KPIT tech at current levels?
Tough one, frankly, because we've been recommending KPIT since last, I think, 7-8 months, and the stock has done exceptionally well from being a stock which I remember, I think clearly was at 250 odd rupees to now being a stock which is at 620 rupees. So it's a steep price which you're paying for buying KPIT tech at current levels. I would suggest to wait for dips to try and start buying the stock. You don't need to buy the stock or your entire expected quantity at current levels. If in case you are looking to start chipping into this name, I would suggest that maybe buy just about 20% of your expected quantity which you are looking to accumulate, and then wait for significant corrections, at least 20% corrections from the recent highs, as a good averaging opportunity. So you can enter the stock, but I would suggest the staggered approach could be a much better approach rather than going all hog at current levels.
Okay, and it's time for the rapid fire queries now. So, Ashish, I'm going to start with you. Vijay Lakshmi is currently holding 50 shares of graphite, purchased at 740. Should she hold, exit, and she's a long-term investor?
Yeah, my suggestion will be to remain invested here, or even you can average at this price, because again, the price of graphite electrodes is going up. So remain invested here.
All right, this one is coming in from Raghu and he wants to know at what levels should he enter persistent systems, Kunal?
I think again looks attractive. A staggered approach over here could help. Stock is at 4,900. Start buying maybe at current levels and wait for dips to at least 4,400 and then 4,000 as good averaging opportunities.
Ashish, Dikshita is asking for Exide Industries. Can it be averaged at current levels? What is your view?
Okay, it looks like that investors bought the stock at higher price, but this will be a good again price to enter into Exide, because the way again EV and battery stocks are doing good, Exide will also continue to do well. So at around 165 rupees, you can safely add this in your portfolio.
Kunal, this one is for you, and this one is from Mr. K. Parthasarathy from Chennai. He's a senior citizen, wants a technical view on RBL Bank. He's bought this counter at 210 rupees per share, 100 shares, wants to know whether he should sell or average at current price, and what sort of a target can he expect for the stock?
Well, don't put good money after bad money. I would not suggest an average at current levels. In fact, if possible, you can switch towards large cap quality. HDFC Bank, an underperformer for 2021, looks very attractive, even ICICI Bank. So I would suggest a switch from RBL Bank towards either of these names.
Ashish KR Balan is asking, can he switch from LG Bala to banking or pharma scripts, or should he be sticking to this company?
I think you can stick to this company because again, this sector, there's again a lot of demand is coming. Though stock is moving slow for quite some time, but you can remain invested at least for 1 quarter, and we can take a call on this in the month of April once their last quarter number comes.
All right, and with that, we come to an end of the rapid fire as well as the query segment. Thank you so much, Kunal, as well as Ashish, for joining us on the show, talking in depth about Tata Motors, what should investors do, as well as helping our viewers with their trading ideas as to what they should do with their investments, at least for the year 2022. On that note, we will actually slip into a break on this edition of Buy Now Sell Now, but when we will come back with the management of Maruti Suzuki. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned for the exclusive interaction after the break.
What happened, Papa? Why aren't you answering Mishra Uncle's calls? Lover stiff?
Nothing like that.